Righteousness and holiness has to be restored in our thinking to its rightful place. All of beauty stems out of the concept of holiness and righteousness. Everything that's beautiful, everything that's right. So when you see something that is diseased or sick, righteousness comes upon and perfects and restores that. I believe that in our lifetime, I pray in our lifetime, the subject of holiness and righteousness gets restored to its rightful place of absolute affection and adoration, the righteousness of God. So here we have this concept. What sickness is to my body, sin is to my soul. What sin is to my soul, sickness is to my body. Hundreds of years ago, there was a division in theological camps in the church. And I'm not going to go into why. I understand a little bit of what happened and why, but I don't want to take the time. I'll just say this, that several hundred years ago, there was a division in a serious point of theology in the church, and it was this. The word salvation actually refers to, when I'm saved, I'm forgiven of sin, but it also, in the nature of the word, means I'm delivered from torment and I'm healed of disease. It's in the word. We use the word sozo ministry. That's the word for salvation. Somewhere back, several hundred years ago, they made a division, a distinction, that you can be forgiven of sin, but healing and deliverance, that's all additional stuff. And so it kind of got formed in the thinking of the church that salvation, forgiveness of sin is the main thing. And then, forgive me, but if there's time, let's get to the rest. When essentially the word salvation, included in its meaning, included in its definition, was when you're saved, you immediately are in the place to be delivered and to be healed of affliction. Because the salvation is what John G. Lake would call a triune salvation, spirit, soul, and body. It was never meant to be separated from the gospel of salvation. It was always meant to be, here, welcome, you've received Christ. Now let's get rid of that disease. Here, you've received Christ. You can't sleep at night. Let's break off that torment now. It was always supposed to be a part of that same package. But the church has just dissected it so much that we've actually stolen the life out of this wonderful, wonderful subject. In Isaiah 53, we have this series of verses that say, in fact, I should just read it to you. I'm sorry. I didn't read it last two sessions, but I'll do it this one. It says, surely he has borne our griefs and he's carried our sorrows. He was smitten by God and afflicted, wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. Stop right there. Let me just tell you what's happening here. It says he has borne our griefs. That word griefs there literally is sicknesses. It didn't just bear my sorrow. He bore my disease. And it says, and he carried my sorrow. The word sorrow there is actually the word pain. In the crucifixion of Christ is the picture of Jesus making payments for your health, for my health, my healing. He was making payments. Now, if I was the Bill Gates of this city, bring it on, Jesus, and I came to you today and I said, hey, I have bought a brand new Chevy Tahoe, it has every luxury item you can imagine on it. It's down at the dealership. I've actually paid for your next 5 years of insurance. Everything's covered. Just take this car down to the manager. I've already arranged it with him. Just take this to him and you can pick up your car. How many of you, after you get to the lot, would apply for a loan? No. You wouldn't apply for a loan because it's already paid for.